Let's suppose that you were able every night to dream any dream you wanted to dream. And that you could, for example, have the power within one night to dream 75 years of time. Or any length of time you wanted to have. And you would naturally, as you began on this adventure of dreams, you would fulfill all your wishes. You would have every kind of pleasure. And after several nights of 75 years of total pleasure each, you would say, well, that was pretty great. But now let's have a surprise. Let's have a dream which isn't under control. Well, something is going to happen to me that I don't know what it's going to be. And you would dig that and come out of that and say, wow, that was a close shave, wasn't it? Then you would get more and more adventurous, and you would make further and further out gambles as to what you would dream. And finally, you would dream where you are now. You would dream the dream of living the life that you are actually living today.
I let the sun inside them, but it's on the diamond side. I lay the time when I get tired, and then sweating too. Art is a central time. I need so done without today. What's
cherished thoughts of careless tots, paradoxes thrilling. But for pimply-faced teens, the empty space seems a lot to fill in. Our Lazarus-like protagonist decides he no longer will inhabit his elaborate disguise. The atom shift into cavernous divides, dismissed as minimal with cynical, passionless asides. Past and flat, sterile dots and dashes wrapped in plastic wrap, mimicked in an academic detachment that's annoying as hell. Spiraling clocks, inspiring thoughts, firing shots, avoiding the shells. The riot outside the bars rages. We can't take this noise in the cells, so we escape our cages to poison the wells from which we drink, knowing the risks we think are worth taking. The shaman's comment, his revelation isn't earth-shaking. Like he thinks we've heard it all before. All the doors of perception are guarded by the dogs of war. So Saban, the pavement isn't shaking beneath our feet, the throne's vacant. The abdicated kings need our seats. To use as cover as my elusive muses mutter desperately, please rescue me from my abusive lover. Just ask and I'll come running, but don't pray for old songs. It's been gray for so long. Isn't the sun stunning? Look at the blood running, turning the rivers red. All the kids are dead, lured into houses of gingerbread.
What's
That would be within the infinite multiplicity of choices you would have, playing that you weren't God. Because the whole nature of the God, according to this idea, is to play that he's not. The first thing he says to himself is, man, get lost. Because he gives himself away. The nature of love is self-abandonment, not clinging to oneself. Throwing yourself out, as in, for example, in basketball, you're always getting rid of the ball. You say to the other fellow, have a ball. See? And that keeps things moving. That's the nature of life. So in this idea, then, everybody is fundamentally the ultimate reality. Not God in a politically kingly sense, but God in the sense of being the self, a deep down basic whatever there is. And you're all that. Only you're pretending you're not. Only you're pretending you're not.